Hey everybody, I am Sir Jet and welcome to Private Parts. It's like the vlog, only it's a little more intimate in the topics. So, today I'm going to talk about the reason I did porn, or why I decided to start doing porn, rather. So it's quite a long ways back. It goes quite a while back. So we're gonna travel back in time to about 12 years ago, and maybe even before that. So I, as a lot of you know, have done a lot of nude modeling, and so eventually I came to working with Mark Henderson, who, you know, Edendale Studios, and I was one of his original models when he was up in Silver Lake just experimenting, shooting in his house and whatnot. And we became good friends and we chit-chatted a lot, and we used to say that, like, that porn would be plan C for me. So like plan A would be, you know, my original goal is to be a recording artist, and plan B would be to find a rich older man to take care of me, and plan C would be to say fuck it and just do porn. And even though we joked about plan C, eventually the more time we spent together, I started wondering, like, you know, people like Colton Ford and whatnot, can you still sing and do porn? And would porn be worth my while? Because, you know, I really enjoyed being photographed erotically, and I was a bit of an exhibitionist. And basically I came up with a concept of how I was going to lead into this. I had my, you know, nude photos published in Men Magazine and Playgirl, and I was working on a website that would have like private pay-per-view sort of things, and Mark put me in touch with a porn director, and I actually flew all the way to Spain to do the porn, and the porn was going to be loosely based on one of the songs I had written. The song doesn't exist anymore. It was a song about having an affair with a married man. It was just something like I came up with. The 5 minutes to camera, I said, you know what, I can't do this, and I ran. Because it was a little traumatic for me. I was in my early 20s and I didn't know much. And it wasn't really explained to me like what the scene would be ahead of time, and I couldn't deal with it because I'm a very like scheduled, rigid person, and when things are not lined up and fully explained to me, I go into panic mode. So so basically I abandoned the idea, and I just moved on with my life. And as you know, if you've followed the, you know, Joel Eventide discography, you know, it started with Jet Kinda She, Enjoy the Sadness, and then I moved on to change my name to Joel Evan and doing I'll Keep Smiling, and then I moved into dance music and I did Storm, and then I switched to the name Sir Jet because my people liked that my name spelled Jet, and we went back to Jet, and we did Feeling Dirty, and that project again didn't go anywhere. And around 2011 I started getting more creative, and, you know, I changed the hair and I started cross-dressing and all that stuff, and Shout Out to the Lonely was born, and that whole EP and the music video, and that was like my pride and joy. That was my child. I was very proud of it, but it didn't go anywhere. And I even tried to make a tour, tried to make a performance tour to take on the road, and it was a lot of money. I invested every penny I had my whole life into my music and my music projects, and by age 30 in 2013, like my life was drained, and I basically had nothing, and I didn't really know what to do. So I moved back to Arizona, and I kept up with things, tried to keep making things happen, but everything failed. And eventually I just started being a normal person. I got part-time jobs and still kept up with my physique, as you can see. Never stopped that because it just kept me focused and away from the super depression. And so we go forward, and I'm in my mid-30s now, and around summer of 2016, I heard a voice in my head that said, basically, it's time for Plan C. And I have this voice in my head. I don't know if I can't prove if it's my own voice or if it's God or higher power or not, but this voice speaks up to me every couple of years to say something very important. I really thought about it. I said, well, is it time for the pop star of porn? And it's been kind of sort of done by other people, but not in the way I would do it. And there was a part of me that was excited, honestly, that was like really into the idea of giving it a shot. But of course my fears were taking over this whole time. And finally I said, you know what, I'm just gonna look into it. And while I was just kind of researching it, I got contacted by an agent, and I said, you know what, I'm just gonna see what he can get me. Because I'm just curious, like, because I know that I don't have the ideal porn look and whatnot, and I knew that was gonna be a challenge. So I went for it, and that's basically was, you know, my decision why I decided to do it, because it's this thing that's been calling to me for so freaking long, and I've just run away from it every time. And I just thought, you know what, I'm in my mid-30s, and I really don't have anything else to lose at this point if it doesn't work. But if it does work, think of what it could bring into my life, career-wise and whatnot. And the more excited I got about it, the more songs that were coming to me, and the bigger this upcoming EP, the whole like theme around it got even more profound. And honestly, that now that I've done 2 scenes, I have to say, like, it's not frightening at all. It's actually kind of fun, and I'm enjoying it. And it's not gross or anything, so yeah, so it's like onward and upward, and I'm kind of curious and excited to see what'll happen next. And I just want to keep working towards my dream and my goals, no matter how difficult things get or what does and doesn't work out. And you know, now that I've spoken this truth, I also want to say to all of you, you know, if there's something, if there's a dream in your head, and you have all these doubts about the path on how to get there and what you're doing, and will it work and will it not work, sometimes you just have to throw caution to the wind. And you know, I have always been a big risk taker, but after Shout Out to the Lonely failed, I shut down. And so this is my first like huge risk in a really long time. And I don't know how well it'll be received, and I don't know how successful I'll be, but I do know I'm having fun, and I'm excited about life again. And so that's my 2 cents. So, thank you for watching, and much more to come from Sergette, from Little Joel Eventide. So, thanks for watching, and I'll check in with you later. Peace out.